We are following some breaking news. Steve Lawson just learned how much time he'll spend in prison for his role in Crystal Rogers' murder.
WDRB's Fallon Glick just stepped out of the courtroom and gives us the latest right now. Fallon?
Scott Hayden, Steve Lawson will be spending 17 years in prison. The judge went with the jury's recommendation in this case. And also before the start of this sentencing hearing, the judge also denied a motion for a new trial for Steve Lawson. Now, unlike the murder trial that we covered in Bowling Green, cameras were not allowed in the courtroom, but they were today here in Nelson County. We're going to show you some of that video. But again, it was another emotional day in court for the family of Crystal Rogers. Now, this has been an emotional journey for the past 10 years, and two family members of Rogers spoke before sentencing, talking all about choices in life. Mike Ballard, Crystal's uncle, and Brooke Bryan, her sister, both told Steve Lawson he could have stopped Crystal from being murdered. They both looked directly at him, telling him he made a lot of bad choices in life, and he made this choice to help take a life when he could have gone to police instead and saved a life here. Mike Ballard also told Steve Lawson to look at the family of Crystal Rogers in the courtroom and then said this to him.
If you do one right thing in your life, this is the thing to do. Let them know where their mom is.
Now, when that statement was made, the family of Crystal Rogers, you could hear them sobbing in the courtroom, and the whole time Steve Lawson just looked straight forward, showing no emotion, and was quite stoic. You probably recall that back in May, Lawson was found guilty of conspiracy to commit murder and tampering with evidence. And with this sentence of 17 years in prison, Mike Ballard told Lawson he would see him at every parole hearing, making sure he stayed in prison for as long as possible. He also talked about his brother, Tommy Ballard. He said, who would still be here today if Crystal Rogers was never murdered. As we know, Tommy Ballard searched every day for Crystal Rogers since she went missing 10 years ago. July 5th, 2015. And one of the last things that Steve Lawson heard came from Crystal Rogers' sister. She said, quote, "You chose evil and evil never wins." Now, no one for Steve Lawson spoke on his behalf at this sentencing hearing. I did not see anyone in the courtroom supporting him at this hearing. But again, 17 years in prison for Steve Lawson. He was denied a new trial by Judge Sims here in Nelson County, but again, he can appeal to a higher court. For now, reporting live in Bardstown, Fallon Glick, WDRB News.
All right, thanks, Fallon. A sentencing more than a decade in the making, and of course, we will try to play more of what happened in court today for our viewers throughout the night here on WDRB, so stay with us.